Hey, what's happening, everybody? Hope your day's going well. It's getting late in the day here, and I just wanted to jump on here and share something with you that happened today. And I'll tell you the whole story here, quick, a little bit of a backstory. So, a friend of mine, fellow racer. Got to know him pretty well over the last several years, and also got to know his dad and some of his son and stuff like that. So great people. I'd see him out once in a while. We'd talk and there. So anyway, they're going through a little bit of a rough time. And I didn't really know what was going on, but I could tell through some of the stuff I was reading online something was going on. And then got a phone call last week, and tells me his dad's ill, so it's just not good. So we talked for a while, and I didn't really, I was caught off guard. He's telling me about what was going on, struggles he's having himself, dealing with things in his life. And I was, at that point in time, I was taken back a little bit because I didn't know any of this stuff. And the biggest thing is going on is his dad is terminally ill. Just found out, and he don't have a whole lot of time left. So with that, he's got a lot of other things going on in his life. So I was just trying to be encouraging, use whatever I could to try and lift him up a little bit, and let alone for stuff he's dealing with his dad, because he's struggling himself, as you could imagine, rightfully so. Well, so hang up, we talk, we hang up. I prayed for him, I stood right here in the shop and prayed for him, his family. And then proceeds to get a hold of me again and said, hey, I would like you to reach out to my dad, talk to him. So, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do that. I didn't really know what to say. So I thought about it for several days, weekend, and talked about it with my wife and my friend Dave, and I prayed about it. I couldn't figure out what to say. So I was nervous. So I decided, I need to call him and talk to him. So I did. And we talked for several minutes. Everything was fine. And I'm nervous because I didn't want to misspeak. I didn't really know what to say. And conversation was fine. We talked about racing. This fella, great guy. Man, it's tough. And all you want to do is talk about racing. That's great. I was just nervous and scared. And I'm not sure why. I know God was gonna, speak through me. That's one of the things I've learned over the years is, many times I'm not sure what to say or what to do. I just give it to God and say, help me, speak through me, give me the words. So we talked several minutes. It was fine. Talked about racing. Talked about last year. Talked about this coming year. Race cars. Conversation was good. Hang up. That's it. And man, I was shook. I'm shook a little bit right now just thinking about it. I cried, hung up the phone, thinking about just all the emotions of everything that he's got to be going through and his family's got to be going through. And then I realized some of the things that maybe I shouldn't be fearful of or worried about. And that's the next thing in life, which he's facing right now. I'm sure he thinks about it, but he didn't want to talk about it because he's confident. And I'm sure I could feel that through the phone and his words. And just made me think a lot about a lot of things. Just this morning, I was up getting ready to come to work, and my son he always leaves work before I do, and I said, "Hey buddy, have a good day." He's like, I'm going to work. He didn't have a good day the day before. And I said, "Hey man," I'm like, you gotta have the attitude that things are gonna be good, and then your day will be fine, right? That phone call really put that into perspective. I mean, like, for everything, every day. Worry about stuff that is not relevant. Anyway, so it's a deep one. I just wanted to share that with you. We all think sometimes we all think we got it bad, but we really don't. If you believe and trust in God, you don't have nothing to worry about. So, you know where you're going. All right. Some days are, I know we're all here for a reason, and there's a plan in place for all of us, and some days that becomes more clear than ever. It fades off, and in the distance, and we get consumed with everything else in life, and I'm just as guilty as the next person. And then there's them moments that just bring it all back, and you can't ignore it. So that's it. Talk to you next time.